Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Lincoln School Gymnasium. I see such a nice crowd out here today, and I see a lot of familiar faces. A bunch of students here as well. Welcome. We were in a closed session for approximately an hour where we discussed items 1, 2, 3, and 4. We've not discussed 5. We'll save that for the second executive session after this open session. No action was taken. Moving along, we start off on the second page of the agenda with our public participation portion of the evening. If you'd like to come up and make a statement on an agenda item only, please come forward, state your name, address, and what agenda item you'd like to speak on. We'll have 3 minutes to make your statement.
Jacob Aguirre, 612 Sheridan Avenue, Roselle Park. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, viewing audience, students, members of the board, good evening. I was late, so I'll just have one question to ask. Number 1, degree changes. Please explain the M1712, the $74,713 for the one person, and 2, MT17 to $78,180. Please somebody explain that, it's a little confusing.
Jake, if you were to...
Mrs. Gershie, please?
Yes.
Mrs. Gershie.
That's correct. Jacob, if you were to look at the Roselle Park Education Association collective bargaining agreement, you will find a chart by which our teachers' salaries are defined within the collective bargaining agreement. And people listed here have been assigned a particular step. When you look at the agenda, for example, your question, Jacob, M17 stands for master's degree, step 17, so that particular staff member has currently a master's degree and has been here for 17 years. The change, the 2 in the agenda, MT17, means that staff member has now received 30 graduate credits beyond their original master's degree, and by the collective bargaining agreement that defines that they are to receive a different salary.
But we pay for that step, for them to graduate into that step. Is that true?
Yes, that's in the collective bargaining agreement, yes.
And that was thanking to ex-Governor King. He was going to be the educational governor, and President Bush was going to be the presidential educator. Resolution executive session number 1. What is 430 Westfield Avenue?
It's the caption of a complaint that was filed in the Superior Court.
Yep, but who are they? It's just 430 Westfield Avenue.
It's the title that's used in the caption of the complaint for the plaintiff.
It's who?
For the party that filed the
Is it
Superior Court.
Senior Spirit?
I'm sorry?
It's a Senior Spirit. That's the only one with 430 Westfield Avenue, East Westfield Avenue.
No.
It's not?
No. It's just, it's the, when you file a complaint in the Superior Court, it's the name of the plaintiff that's filing the complaint, but no, it's not Senior Spirit.
It's not senior citizen.
No.
The owner of the building?
I presume, yes, but titled as 430 Westfield Avenue.
And what is this lawsuit about?
It's public record, and
It's public record?
it is.
Oh, great. Ladies and gentlemen, the audience, viewing audience, children, students, good evening.
Seeing there's no one else, we'll close the first public participation portion of the evening tonight, and we're going to head on to committee reports. Does anyone have anything to speak on?
I just have a brief announcement.
Mr. Bellamy.
I just have a brief announcement as liaison to the Dad's Club. There will be a Dad's Club meeting tomorrow evening at Frenchie's in their basement on Westfield Avenue at 7:30 p.m. As many of you probably already know, Dad's Club is one of the most benevolent, student-oriented organizations that is hosted in our town. They've done tremendous work in there's athletics, arts, and education for our kids over the years, and I truly commend them. So it should be a nice meeting tomorrow evening, and I invite all of you to come down.
Thank you, Mr. Bellamy. Anyone else? Seeing there's none, we'll head right to superintendent's report. Mr. Guido, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Miller. Good evening, everyone. Wishing us congratulations on your recognition for tonight, and congratulations to the parents as well. You must be very proud of your children and everything that you do on a day-to-day basis here at Alton School. I just want to report on a couple items that have been going on in the district. Our park store reports have been released. We will have Mr. Salvo, our district curriculum director, present the scores at either the 1st November or the 2nd November meeting. We are preparing the presentation as we speak, and we will have that for the public in November. Our superintendent's job will begin in November. Okay, they are actually on the website right now. So if you go, I will have chats for the elementary schools and then of course the middle school and high school as well. The hot topic for the month has been the technology initiative at the high school, where we have provided every student from grades 9 to 12 a laptop. And it is so rewarding to hear the parents and the appreciation that they have for the district providing a laptop where they are going to be able to do work that they haven't done before. We're moving, as you know, to 21st century learning here, and that is an initiative that we're very proud of. It really provides a student an equal and even field to be educated. So we're very proud of the initiative. We have grades 6 to 12 now that have been provided a laptop. That means that our middle school and high school computers have also gone down to the elementary schools, so we're providing a higher ratio down at the elementary level also. Please visit our newly redesigned website. We have new updates on it, so please continue to visit our website for new information as they come along. Our elementary schools are hosting a program called Bullies to Buddies. It is a workshop for parents. That will be held this Thursday night at Sherman School from 6:30 to 8:30. We take bullying very seriously in the district. We want to educate the parents on how to also deal with any bullying issues at home and what to do and bring it to the attention of the school personnel. So please, if you can, I would urge you to attend the Buddies to Bullies workshop with the parents that night. 6:30 to 8:30 is worthwhile. We have an excellent presenter who has worked with bullying issues for many, many years, and it's an excellent program for the parents. Our first ESL Parent Advisory Committee meeting is scheduled for next Monday at 6 p.m. at the middle school. I would also encourage the parents and ESL students to please attend we really offer many opportunities for the parents to assist with their students. And that is my report for tonight. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Rito. And now we go to our principal for the principal's report.
Thank you. And good evening, Mr. Miller, members of the board, Superintendent Garrido, Ms. Gercio, Ms. Osborne, and all of our families and students. And welcome to Aldine School. We're thrilled to have you here. We've had a great start to the 2016-17 school year. Everything went very smoothly, and back to school night was a big success, and it was such a pleasure to see all the families here at school. October is a very busy month for us here at Aldine as we celebrate not just the week of respect, but we would celebrate an entire month of respect. So we've had a lot of activities going on the past few weeks. We started off with a kickoff assembly on October 4th, where we had the entire student body come together, and the students had a chance to sing about respect and learn about what respect looks like and what it sounds like when they're in school. All of the students at Aldine made respect chains where they wrote their idea or examples of what respect is like and made colorful chains, and the chains represent the idea that we all support one another at school. So if you walk around the hallway, you'll see them decorated with our very colorful chains. Every student had an opportunity to write a morning announcement to share with all their fellow students what respect means to them or ways that they could be respectful during the day. And the students have been coming in every morning and giving those, announcements over the intercom. We also, as Mr. Garrido mentioned, we have the Bullies to Buddy program here at Aldine on Thursday for our 4th and 5th graders. They'll be here in the afternoon, followed by an evening presentation for the parents. So I'd like to thank the PTO for sponsoring that. And going forward, the Character Education Committee here at Aldine is looking forward to creating activities for the students every month, so they have an opportunity to practice a different character trait every month, whether it's being responsible, having self-control, or being caring and kind. In addition to that, we had a safety assembly the first week in October, where the students learned about how to be safe going to school and coming home from school. We talked about safety in the school while they're here, and we went over all of our safety drills so the students are well versed in all those aspects of being safe at school. We're excited to have the fire truck visit Aldine next week, and we thank the volunteer fire department here in Roselle Park for bringing the fire truck here and giving our K-2 students a program on fire safety. And we're having the officer fill program come at the beginning of November, which is something that the students always look forward to, and we thank the Roselle Park Police Department for providing that program to our students. Here at Aldine, we're always proud of our very dedicated and caring teachers. And this month, we're particularly proud of one teacher, Ms. Dina Cashin, a kindergarten teacher, who she was asked to sit in on a panel at Seton Hall University to discuss various topics in education with students in their education program. So she spoke to students on positive instructional practices in school and effective ways to communicate with families when you're an educator. So we're very proud of her, and on that same note, we're very proud of all our students, and so I'm thrilled that some are here tonight to be honored for their exemplary performance on the New Jersey Ask Science exam and the Park exam. So for a perfect score on the New Jersey Ask Science exam, we have Kushan Patel. And also with a perfect score is Neera Patel. And for having an advanced proficient score on the New Jersey Science exam, we have Michael Riley, Roman. And Matea Segreda. I'm not sure if Matea is here. Kayla McCool.
Caleb, come on up here.
Ava Andriola. Epiphany Johnson. Patrick Kazabowski. Liza Santos. Samantha De Silva. Jessica Farnkoff. Tyler Garrity. Gavin Calcandas. Ananya Rivera. Ansh Bias. Jose Avendano. Madison Chalet. Layla Torres. Marissa Colon. Cooper Crawford. And for exceeding expectations on the mathematics PARC exam, we have Meera Patel. And we also have Camila Castro. And for exceeding expectations on the English Language Arts Literacy portion of the PARC exam, Meera Patel. Thank you, and boys and girls, we're all very proud of you.
Parents, feel free to take a picture.
All right, you just, and you and everybody else over. Right there. Down. Here. Good. Actually, send it back. Everybody here? 5, just take one step forward, one big step. Go. Stand right there. Right between, 2 step forward. Just stay there. 2, 3. Come on.
Jim Scredo.
Everybody smile.
And with that, boys and girls, we're going to... All right, one more. I know you might have a little homework to do or reading to do, so we're going to take a 3-minute recess right now. But boys and girls, thanks so much, and let's hear it for one more time. Very proud.
All right, thank you. Nice meeting you.
Okay, go ahead. You want me to take a picture?
Okay, we're ready to proceed. And now we're going to personnel. Or I would like someone to make a motion to approve agenda items 1 through 5. 1 being degree change, 2 being staff appointment, 3 being additional high school extracurricular classes for 2016-2017, 4 being additional high school colleges for 2016-2017, and 5 being maternity leave and absence extension requests. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Gurdon, second. Second, Mr. Harms. Are there any questions or comments?
Number 3, is this a new activity, video game club?
Yes? Yes, it is a new activity.
So what is it, like, video games on fun or something in school or something?
Ms. Ballmer has got designing the video games. Design, yes.
Building.
They're the ones that try to make the software to be able to make the video games, not play them for themselves. They're building the code and all the binaries.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call, please, Madam Secretary.
Vice President Harms. Mr. Balaban.
Yes.
Mr. Bowman. Mr. Cancino.
Yes.
Mr. Gurdon.
Yes.
Mr. Nelson.
Yes.
Mr. Sekou.
Yes.
Mr. Vita.
Yes.
President Miller.
Yes.
Roll call, motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Now on to education. I'll need someone to make a motion to approve agenda items 6 through 10. 6 being education program, 7 being travel and expense reimbursement, 8 harassment, intimidation, bullying incidents, 9 educational trip request, 10 workshop attendance request. Do I have a motion? Mr. Harms, second. Second, Mr. Nelson. Are there any questions or comments?
Yeah, on number 6, psychiatric evaluations, $400. Is that just for a mental status exam, or is that psychological evaluation? What is that?
Ms. Ballmer, that's an evaluation. Send students out for certain psychiatric evaluations, so that's for the evaluation.
I mean, is that just like a, I don't know what you're saying. No, because I know the Medicare reimbursement fees, and that's what we usually pay, the government rate, and that's like almost double. So it must be a very comprehensive examination.
It is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
Who's attending the trip on number 7, Mr. President?
I'm sorry, the superintendent is.
With regard to that, if I may make a comment, Mr. President?
Yes.
I would encourage our board, if they have the opportunity, and if it allows for them in the future years, certainly plan to attend at least a day or so of those sessions. Number one, we can get our credits down there that we require every year for our training to be a board member. Additionally, there's an opportunity there for plenty of great workshops and vendor fairs. So, as somebody that attended about 6 years ago, it's certainly worth the couple of personal days or vacation days you probably have to take off to do it. So I ask that each of my board members look to try to attend one of those in the future years.
Thank you, Mr. Gurdon. Anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Those items are passed. And now we're on to business. I'd like someone to make a motion to approve agenda items 11 through 16. 11 being monthly certification, 12 being approval of bills, 13 being September transfers, 14 being use of buildings and grounds, and 15 being memorandum of agreement, finally 16 being approval of minutes. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Cancino, second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Sekou. Any questions or comments? Okay.
I just want to make sure I was there for
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Those items are passed. And now we're on to continuing businesses, or continuing business, Ms. Guido.
Ms. Miller, we do not have any continuing business.
And how about new business?
I just want to ask, in the past, certain course, I guess it was, I don't know which classrooms they came out of, but we had students that came to board meetings, and board president and board members would sign off if they attended board meetings, and they would give credit, classroom credit for attendance at board meetings. But I haven't seen anything in the past for can that be brought up maybe with the high school principal or something? Maybe? I thought it was valuable to the students. They seem to enjoy the interaction.
Mr. Bellman, I will look into it, speak to the high school principal, and we can go back to you.
The other issue is Veterans Day. In the past, we had veterans from town come into the classroom to share their unique experiences with the students. Do we still do that?
Yes, that is done every year.
That's ongoing. Okay, thank you.
We do advise veterans to come.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Galvin. Anyone else? And now we'll open up our second public participation portion of the evening tonight. For anything you'd like to speak on, if you'd like to speak on any issue, please come forward, state your name and address, and what you'd like to speak on, and you'll have approximately 3 minutes for your statement.
Jacob McGarrett, 612 Sheridan in Roselle Park. The sound system seems pretty good tonight, but you're not getting close enough to the microphone to make it all gel together. A thought. Some residents have been talking about the good old days at Roselle Park. And the good old days was on a Friday at different schools. They would have a dance from 7:30 or 7 o'clock to about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I don't recall the exact times. But the children, students, enjoyed something that they had gone back to. Matter of fact, at the last Board of Ed meeting, or at the candidates night, there were about 200 students, at the auditorium, and behind, they have a stage, as you guys know, and they had about 200 children, students, at the dance. So perhaps maybe the board should give some consideration to start up the dance night, Friday night. Try it once. Mr. Nelson, go ahead.
Mr. Majira, this Friday night at middle school, there is a dance taking place for the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. So that's at least something.
Yeah.
This Friday night, there will be one at the middle school for those children.
There you go. That's great. Thank you, Mr. Nelson. You're on the board. Thank you. What?
Those are generally sponsored. Those are generally sponsored by the PTA. Can you hear me, Ted? Those are generally sponsored by the PTA. Those extracurricular dances, etc.
Jeez, I just said it. You fixed it, and now you've broken it. And leave the kids to the pool with it.
So, and I do know at the high school, and I don't have the exact date, but they do different activities in the evening. So, are you speaking of at the elementary?
At the elementary, yeah. In elementary, they can go from 5 to 7, give mom time to cook dinner and whatever.
So that's one of the things, Mr. President, maybe our liaisons to the PTAs can bring back.
But still, they have to get permission from the Board of Ed.
Ultimately, they come to you.
What are you doing?
Making sure it's working.
Thank you. The sparks are flying.
Good evening, Joe Signorello, Jr., 625 Woodland. I guess I'm asking a question. Could you guys give an update on the lights board that's still in the new business? So if you have something, I'm just curious, any update, or are we going to take advantage of, Mr. Superintendent, I guess you received this wonderful email on the olive branch that the county has extended. I hope you guys take advantage of it. I think it's a big cost saving. So just to see if there's a little update.
There is no update. We've done out of 3 companies that we went out to, none of them came back yet. I've asked the business administrator to give a call out and see how they're proceeding with the quotes. And I'm almost positive we're going to take advantage of the $75,000 that the county is going to.
Well, no, I know about the money, but.
So it's 100 from, the $75,000 is from them. The town has to give us the other 100.
Correct.
Okay, and then we have to give the 100. So that's be 275 so far.
So are we getting the free engineering service? Are we bringing them on board to engineer this project?
I looked at that when I saw the letter that was sent from the gentleman that you met with and all, and there was 3 suggestions that they gave. The first suggestion we already took care of. The second suggestion is we're getting now, it's costing us nothing to get a quote.
Good, okay.
So there's no.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that would be nice if there was a cost involved with the quotes that we were getting. Right now, there is no quotes. There is no cost involved in that.
That's good.
And I don't disagree because they did the one apart, so we could have taken advantage.
So
of
it's just
that.
a cookie cutter thing. So you answered my question.
Right,
Thanks, Mr.
right.
Holmes.
And then there's the other one is that they was going to send us some more information on other areas and maybe within the state that we might apply for some grants.
So I think you need the actual quote, guesstimate what it's going to cost when you go out for these grants. My prior knowledge as the fire chief and other involvements, you need a number. You need a number. Okay, that's what you're working on, right?
I was hoping we would have something. They haven't come back, but I asked the business administrator who's going to call and say, you know, where they're at.
Okay.
Because we want to get out there. I'm very curious of what the cost is going to be. Because if we can only raise 275, then we're going to.
Okay.
Then we have an issue that we have to talk about.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Apologies, I was multitasking. And I'm sorry if it was discussed already. The enrollment and registration. At the last meeting, there was 1 student left. What's the status on that?
The status of that student is he has dropped out. He was a high school senior who needed 2 classes or so. We tried to reach out to the parent. We tried to do the best that we could to bring him in. However, that is a closed case right now.
Okay, so as of now, all students are enrolled. There is no one waiting for re-registration.
Right.
And
The
it's
re-registration has been completed, and
it's about 2047 or 2049. The 2000.
I don't have the exact number as of today, but it was 2014.
Oh, that's right, because the 15th it was. Is that the?
I mean, I can look it up. First
Can I
thing tomorrow
click more?
morning, I can
Thank you. And with regard to, I was actually just looking at the agenda, and my apologies for not bringing it up before because I saw it afterwards. What was it? Oh, the memorandum. Was that discussed between the police department? Is that for the election? Or is that just, Agenda 15 just for the election, or is it just for safety?
The memorandum of agreement is a state mandated that the district has this agreement with the police department. It's actually a public record. You can find it online.
Okay.
every year, annually, has to be signed.
Okay.
By the police department and by the board as well.
All right, and then just in line with that, the issue for the election, that's handled, correct? Without getting into any specifics.
Yes, we've been in communication with the police department, and that's, the security is that what we're talking about?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
And there's no way to get,
I'm sorry?
there's no way to get someone else to help chip in for that payment.
We tried.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Seeing there's no one else, we'll close the second public participation portion of the evening tonight. And now, I would like someone to make a motion to go into closed session.
So moved.
Mr. Balaban.
Second.
Second, Mr. Vita. We're going to go in for reasons of 5, safety, and also 4, real property. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? We are in closed for approximately 45 minutes.
And we don't know if action will be taken.
Absolutely. Thank you.